if I read every newspaper in the world, I still don't think I'd be able to understand all the complex political, social, and economic issues today. I mean, we got everything from international trade agreements to genetic engineering, corporate marketing strategies to mergers. Not to mention poverty, famine, and the environment. It's overwhelming. What if I told you you could understand more about the economic world around you by understanding more of the simplest thing in your life, the food you eat? Sure, it's basic economics. How you choose to spend your food dollar and where you choose to buy your food impacts everything from the air you breathe to what a farmer gets paid. Don't believe it? What makes me pick this particular salsa to take home? In answering this question, we'll talk production, distribution, marketing, and consumption. Consumer demand can change the way things are done. So when you're shopping, you best use your head and put your money where your mouth is. Did you know the choices you make impact everyone in BC? Yeah, it's true. Like, for example, whether or not you buy local foods makes a huge difference. I mean, the production of this salsa impacts trade, wages, air, and water. How? Look at the ingredients. Tomatoes, onions, herbs, production efficiency, distribution costs, land sustainability issues. I wonder how distribution tastes on its own. Pretty salty, I bet. It's not just tomatoes. It also takes technology to make that salsa. When we need to make more food in less time, this is how we do it. This hothouse is a great example of how growing food is all about finding a balance between production efficiency and using sustainable methods. Good bugs eat bad bugs, so there's no use for expensive pesticides. And the hothouse is heated by burning cleaner sources of fuel. When farmers grow food, they make hundreds of choices about production methods based on consumer demand. Farming is, after all, a business. And in turn, these production choices affect you because they determine the cost and the quality of what you buy. There's more than one way to grow a vegetable, as they say. And here we have the traditional means. Ta-da! Water, soil, and air. When's lunch? But different production styles mean different issues to consider, like sustainability. Sustainability means making sure the resources we need to make food stay healthy and plentiful forever. Using fertilizers, herbicides, and pesticides helps crops grow, but they're not always the best thing for the soil. Because of this, most successful farmers have switched to green practices like low tillage techniques or crop rotation to give the soil a break. These are all things a farmer has to consider in the cost of running a farm. But where does the money come from? And what does the farmer get paid? Sometimes the consumer pays the farmer directly, like at a farmer's market. But most of the time, the farmer sells to a huge distribution network. Wait. Don't forget my lettuce. Thanks, Brian. All right, see you guys. Simply put, distribution is how the food gets to market. Oh, it seems pretty straightforward. But think again. Some food travels over 2,500 kilometers to reach your plate. There's something else going on here. Something bigger than just garden to market. In fact, it's so big that when you combine transportation with agriculture, it becomes one of the biggest industries in the world. Toot toot! Keep on trucking. There are lots of ways to distribute food. One way is direct marketing. That means buying the food directly from the person who produced it, like on a farm, at a farmer's market, or at a roadside stand. This way, more of the money goes into the pockets of the farmer. But direct marketing is really time-consuming. And for the farmer, like anyone else, time is money. Another way food reaches the market is by farmers selling to distributors. These people, wholesalers, retailers, and brokers, also have to be paid for their part of the economic food chain. It's cool. When you do the math, the farmer sometimes gets as little as 10 to 25% of the cash you pay for an item at the store, depending on that item. Transporting food costs. You have to pay for labor, fuel, vehicles, repairs, packaging, not to mention food that gets damaged or destroyed. Once a broker buys food, it can go directly to the market, or it can change hands again. You think that's complex? That's just the beginning. There's a whole lot more to the agri-food industry than just growing a tomato and taking it to the store. There's all these complex political and social and economic issues as well. So free trade agreements set rules that all producers have to live by in order to make trade more fair. But they also challenge the existence of tariffs and subsidies, which are in place to protect the way the food system functions today. Direct marketing boards try to offset those complexities by simplifying distribution and keeping prices steady. There's concern that the concentration of the food system within a few transnational corporations will severely limit the ability of the market to be competitive and have considerable influence over the prices paid for the crops. For further clarification on these issues, talk to your teacher. Okay, this much we do know. We're shipping BC food all over the province, to other parts of the country, and around the world. And that's good news, because food exports means more bucks coming into the province. But at the same time, food from other countries is being imported into BC. That means more competition for our farmers, and means BC dollars going elsewhere. Besides the fact that you fuel your own economy by buying locally, there are lots of other things to think about. How's it going? Yeah? Example. Buying imported vegetables results in more fuel expended to get that food to you. That means higher gas prices and more toxic emissions in our increasingly polluted air. Also, food imports may be cheaper for a reason. You don't know the food safety standards in countries where imported food is produced, or what the workers are getting paid.
Oh, peaches.
The trick is to spend your dollar as close to where you live as possible. And I don't care who hears me. If you buy locally, there's a better chance you might see your dollars again. Now that's something I can relate to. Why do you think some products are placed in prominent places in the store and others where you'd hardly notice them at all? It's called product placement, AKA marketing. A whole lot of money goes into trying to help you decide which brand is best, which taste you like, and where to spend your cold, hard cash. Market demand is what determines the price and quantity of a certain foodstuff. But what determines market demand? Well, it's all in the choices you make and why you make them. Welcome to the game of consumer power! Consumer power! All you need to play is one of these and some of this. Woo! I was stuck. Woo! Wow. Marketing is such a fascinating invention. It provides us with reasons to buy one product over another. But is the value of this product worth the amount of money I need to exchange in order to get it? Should I get crispy rice or crispy rice? Who knows? One brilliant way companies market their products is by using brand names. Check it. Good. Could you tell me where the acetylsilic acid tablets are?
I don't have a clue.
See what I mean? Brand names are so popular right now, sometimes you can't remember what the product was originally called. How many brand names can you think of right now for soda pop, tissue, instant macaroni? Time's up. Brand names create an image around a company and make it distinct. That image means it's possible for a consumer to feel loyalty to that company. That translates into big bucks for that company. 3, 2, 1. Think of different brand names you feel loyalty to and ask yourself, why'd I choose that brand? There's lots of reasons to pick a particular product. Taste, price, quality, or how it was produced. What are some other reasons for choosing one product over another? Okay, price is an obvious reason, and a key to the marketing mix. If you think price is based on what it costs to make that product, you're only partly right. It's only a small part. Price is largely based on supply and demand. Supply is how much of the product is readily available, and demand is how many people want that particular good or service. You know what it's like when everybody wants the same thing? It's harder to get and it seems scarce. If it's scarce, it'll cost more, because people are willing to pay more for it. If the market's overloaded with, say, potatoes, then they'll be cheaper because there's a surplus. What are some of the things you look for in a food? Nice image, smooth skin, no blemishes, designer label. Another key element of marketing is promotion. Advertising, free samples, and sponsored events are all ways that marketers get the message out to you. What's the message? Buy me, buy me, buy me, buy me. So I bought. What can I say? I get hungry. Listen, buying one product over another is like casting a vote for how that product was made. If you want to see where your money's going, you got to do it in person. Check it. You don't have to meet the farmer to ask these questions. You can do it anywhere, at the supermarket or farmer's market. The point is to question how your food gets made. So, there you have it. Money makes the world go round, and food makes the money go round, and it's you that picks the food. So when you're shopping, shop wisely. Use your head, and put your money where your mouth is.